So I found my eraser. So we're going to do the crisscross method real quick. The crisscross method is where we are taking these charges, okay? These charges come from the gaining and losing of electrons, and we are going to crisscross them and form essentially these compounds. So we're going to say, what compounds do these form? Because realistically, they can only form one set of compounds when they have an ionic compound, okay? We'll get to the name of that here in a minute as we move forward. So crisscross method. Let's look at sodium, since we already did sodium. So sodium is +1. If you don't know where the charges come from, look at the last video titled ions, and that will show you where these charges are coming from. Let's also do oxygen, which is 2-. Okay? Oxygen is 2-. So when you crisscross these, the superscripts will show you, so the superscripts, which I circled, super meaning Superman up in the air, okay, the top, the superscripts show you the charges. The subscripts, meaning down below submarine, the ones on the bottom, those show you how many atoms there are when you combine them, okay? So here's how the crisscross method works. Those are the superscripts. Let me show you what the subscripts are here in a minute. So, these charges, the numbers in front of the charges, go to the bottom of the other atom. So if you'll notice, we just write Na and O. Na, the 2 coming from the top of oxygen will go to the bottom of the other atom. So Na2, 2 goes to the bottom, and then this is a 1+. Anytime that just has a plus or minus, it means 1+ or 1-. That number goes to the bottom of oxygen. So O, and then 1. Okay, you don't have to write the 1, that's up to you, but it's not wrong to write the 1. You can either say it's Na2O or Na2O with a 1. Okay? These are called subscripts. The subscripts show you how many atoms there are of the one before it. So the 2 shows you 2 sodiums, and they're 1, so 1 oxygen. Okay, so 2 sodiums and 1 oxygen will always meet together. There will never be 3 sodiums and 1 oxygen. There will never be 4 sodiums and 1 oxygen. It's always going to be a 2-to-1 ratio. Just for knowing this term, this is called an empirical formula. Okay? And that is the lowest ratio of atoms. Ionic compounds will always form the lowest ratio of atoms. Sorry, empirical. Covalent compounds don't have to, as we'll see later. We're going to see that probably in the 6th video. So, empirical formula, the lowest ratio of atoms, a 2-to-1 ratio, is lower than a 4-to-2, obviously. So, let's look at another one and do another crisscross. And once again, we'll show empirical formula. Let's look at aluminum, and let's look at sulfur. Reminder, you are looking at the periodic table to find these. Okay, aluminum, if you remember, aluminum is 3+, sulfur is 2-. That's where those come from. So aluminum is 3+, sulfur is going to be 2-. So those are the charges, those go up top, superscripts. And then the crisscross method says that these charges go to the bottom, and let's see what we get. Al, the 2 moves, 2 moves down to the aluminum, and then S, 3+, so the 3 moves down here. So it's Al2S3. Now, the most common mistake that students make is they actually put the charges here, like Al2-, But what you need to know is that when we write it like this, that shows you the number of atoms. Never put a charge there. It's a common mistake. A lot of students do it. I just don't want you guys to do it. So make sure you don't put charges down here, okay? Because they are not charged. It just shows you the number of atoms, okay? That's it for crisscross method. Give it a try. Thanks.